guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so yesterday we talked about the fact that the upcoming Dokkan Fest on JP is going to be for Kefla. And I did actually talk about in that video the different possibilities for the type of unit she could be, whether she starts off as base and transforms, whether she's a Super Saiyan 2. And I did even mention in that video the possibility that it could be a Kale and CAULIFLA that fuses, and then we talked about whether or not that was kind of something that should be saved for an LR or not. So I've got to give a shout out to my boy Gale Raya on the 5-9 Dokkan podcast last night. I did bring this up as a topic, and he assured me there was no way there was going to be a fusing Kale and CAULIFLA. So here we have the next JP for Dokkan Fest, a fusing Kale and CAULIFLA. So this is certainly going to be interesting. Shout out to Goresh for the translations, and let's have a look at what she does. So CAULIFLA and Kale, they lead Bond of Friendship or Rapid Growth, 3 key, attack and defense 170 and HP 130. So Rapid Growth finally getting a 170 lead, at least for attack and defense. Interesting that Kefla is the other Rapid Growth leader at 150. So technically both Rapid Growth leads are Kefla's, aside from the summonable LR, the Gohan and Krillin. Their super attack raises attack and defense and does immense damage. So they infinitely stack attack and defense. So obviously that's good for longer form events. And then their passive is attack and defense 160. Perform an additional attack that has a medium chance to become a super. And then they gain an additional attack and defense 6% per attack performed, maximum of 60. So you've got to attack 10 times, but they do have a chance to additional built in. And then obviously once you get a dupe or put in additional skill orbs, then obviously they could super 3 times in one turn. So they definitely seem to be designed more for long form events going by their passive so far. They also gain an additional 60% attack when there is a Universe Survival Saga enemy. So kind of a shame that that isn't pure Saiyan, because Universe Survival Saga is a little bit more restrictive, but obviously depending on what kind of events we get in the future, that could certainly be interesting. And then their links: Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, Battlefield Divas, Warriors of Universe 6, Tournament of Power, Prepared for Battle, and Fierce Battle. They have the active skill, which is the Potara Fusion. So able to be used after 6 turns have elapsed from the start of the battle. Okay, so it's another 6-turn active skill fusion. That's a little bit annoying. But that's the only condition. So there's no other turn. Unfortunately, you can't get it any quicker, but it's not going to take any longer. There's no HP restriction or anything like that. So 6 turns. So what that really means is, like, you're never going to see this Kefla in Super Battle Road. It's unfortunate. So they perform the Potara Fusion to become... Oh, so they just straight up become Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. And then their super attack is the Gigantic Blast. Infinitely stacks attack and does immense damage. They recover HP by 60% once only. So yeah, you get the heal on the fusion. That makes sense. Attack and defense 160. Perform an additional attack that has a medium chance to become a super. High chance to dodge is built in. Additional attack and defense 60% when attacking. Gain an additional attack 60% when attacking after collecting 6 or... Why do they have to give Kefla 6 or more orb things? What is that all about? So an extra 60% attack when you get 6 or more orbs. That's interesting. And then links: Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Warrior Race, and Prepared for Battle become Super Saiyan Fused Fighter and Power Bestowed by God. Oof. So they lose Prepared for Battle, which is unfortunate. Super Saiyan Fused Fighter and Power Bestowed by God. That is... So, I mean, obviously she's going to link up well with another Kefla unit, but her links definitely change quite a lot. So... Bond of Friendship, Rapid Growth, Peppy Gals, Universe Survival Saga, Potara, Pure Saiyans, Full Power, Universe 6, Join Forces, Super Saiyan 2, Final Trump Card, and Time Limit. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about this Kefla on paper. It takes 6 turns for you to get to her, and then she stops stacking defense. So in longer form events, where obviously you can't dodge when you get to the end, in like, say, the GT Goku event, do you even want to fuse with her? You want to keep stacking your defense, right? And then I guess maybe fuse, like, when you get to the final phase, when your defense is already going to be insanely high. That seems a little bit disappointing. Now, the interesting thing, I already had a quick look at what he does, is the side banner unit for this banner is going to be a Super Saiyan 2 Kaba. He's got Vegeta in the background here. He actually has a unit super attack with Vegeta. So this guy seems really interesting. So he's super int. He's a Bond of Master and Disciple lead for 3 key and 130 to stats. And then he does the Gallic Cannon, raises attack infinitely, does supreme damage. And then his unit super attack is the Master and Student Gallic Gun, and that raises attack and defense infinitely. So obviously he is way better when you're getting the unit super attack, and that is able to be done when there is a character whose name includes Vegeta on the team, youth and junior excluded. So these kind of conditions are much better because Vegeta only has to be on the team and not on the rotation. So him getting that unit super, you want to have a Vegeta on the same team as him because that infinite stacking defense is obviously going to be very, very useful. And then his passive is attack and defense 130, which is pretty solid. Gets an additional attack and defense 6% per Universe Survival Saga ally on the team. So obviously he's going to be much stronger under that setup, but still pretty decent on a team without many Universe Survival Saga allies. And then he gives Universe Survival Saga 3 key and 40%. Wow, so he's 3 key and 40% for Universe Survival Saga. I was kind of hoping maybe he would be for either Super Saiyans or like Super Saiyan 2, I guess, because he's a Super Saiyan 2. Actually, no, wait, he is Super Saiyan 1, Kabe, yeah. So, interesting. Because Universe Survival Saga, obviously there are a bunch of Vegetas on there, so you're going to have decent options to pick to go with him. He also gets an additional attack 60% when attacking if there's a character whose name includes Vegeta in the same turn. So he does get a nice little extra buff if they are in the same turn. If they're not, then obviously just gets the unit super, which is still very good. So, I mean, like I say, even on a team where you don't have a bunch of Universe Survival Saga allies, he's got 130% attack and defense base, and then he gets his own buff of the 40%. So his stats are actually pretty solid, and then you factor in him getting the unit super, his defense after one super attack is actually going to be really, really good. And then his links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Courage, Warriors of Universe 6, Tournament of Power, Super Saiyan, and Fierce Battle. Ooh, so he doesn't have Prepared for Battle either. So he's giving himself key, which is fine for him. But if you want to say link him up with a Vegeta who isn't in Universe Survival Saga, then you might have to worry a little bit about key there. But he's on Universe Survival Saga, Pure Saiyan, Universe 6, Super Saiyans, Bond of Master and Disciple, and Defender of Justice. So, yeah, Pure Saiyan's getting another buff here. Like I say, I reckon this guy is perfectly runnable just alongside a Vegeta, even without having a bunch of Universe Survival Saga allies for him to provide support to and get the extra buff from. So I think that is actually very good. It's just a shame that he's not really giving any buffs to Vegetas unless they are in Universe Survival Saga, because I could see him being pretty good with a bunch of the other Vegetas in the game. So he definitely looks interesting. He looks more exciting to me than Kefla, which is of course very interesting. Obviously, he's going to be a side banner unit, so he goes into the general pool after the banner. So I would say it's probably worth summoning to try and get him. And I mean, the Kale and CAULIFLA seem like they'll be really good pre-fusion. And then I guess you're kind of only really going to use the fusion as like the finishing blow at the end of an event, I guess. So the Kefla definitely doesn't seem as exciting to me. But if we have a look here, we'll go ahead and watch their animations, because their animations are pretty good. So I'm just going to let those play out here. So yeah, those were the super attack animations. I think on the Kabe ones, like the arms coming in for the Gallic gun kind of looks a little bit janky, but I do think the unit super is really, really good. And obviously the Kale and Caulifla and Kefla animations are pretty damn clean. That fusion into Kefla animation is definitely pretty awesome. So yeah, these units certainly look very interesting. Like I say, to me, Kabe definitely looks a little bit more exciting than the Kefla, but definitely interesting. So obviously JP, we don't know what the banner's going to look like. This is going to be interesting to look at in the future when it's going to be coming to global and we have a better idea of what the banner looks like and everything, because I can feel like a lot of people are going to be skipping this both on JP and for global. Like the banner, I can imagine STR Kefla will probably return. I wonder if they'll make it like Universe 6 themed and throw like Tech Hit on there, which would be terrible unless he gets an easy A during this celebration. I guess they could put like the physical Angel Freezer on there because he is at least Tournament of Power related. That would increase the value of the banner a little bit. And then obviously I have not yet seen the listing for what this new category for Kale and Caulifla is, the Bond of Friendship category. This could be very interesting. They definitely could make a very interesting category out of this. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. And obviously what other things are going to come along with the celebration. Like the Easy A's, free-to-play units, all that kind of stuff. Definitely looking forward to seeing what is going to be coming. But let me know what you guys think. I feel like a lot of people are probably going to consider this a skip, especially with Heroes coming up in November. I know a lot of people are hyped for that on both versions, so are taking into account the fact that you might want to save for that instead of going for whatever the next Dokkan Fest actually is. So let me know if this banner is going to be getting any of your stones, JP players, and global players. Don't feel left out. Are you excited for this, even though it's going to be a while for it to come to global? Let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.